Good morning. My name's Cody. So excited for the opportunity to speak with you guys. I had to turn all dead leads into sales every time. There's no script. There's no preset, what I'm going to say. So it's going to be fun. It's going to be exciting, and you're going to learn. So I know you've heard the quote, you never really lose if you learn. But what if there was a way? I'm not interested in just losing. I hate to lose. So if you're like me, I want to win, and I want to win every time. What if there was a way to take those dead leads, those prospects that you lost, and turn them into revenue? Wouldn't you be interested in that? See, by watching this video, I'm going to give you a few tips. I'm going to teach you guys how to take dead leads and turn them into sales, turn them into new prospects, so that you guys can win. That's what's important. You guys need to win. Again, my name is Cody. I want to thank you for joining me this morning just for a few minutes as we change your income and your life. I want you to take a look at these numbers. These are wild numbers. Companies spend heavily on lead generation in terms of money and time. 74% more than $50 per lead. 5% spending more than $1,000 per lead. It takes 7 to 13 touches before customers can convert into sales-ready leads. Guys, these numbers are staggering. 84 days to convert a lead into an opportunity. 18 days to convert opportunities into deals. So what can be more maddening than when a lead slips through your hands? There's nothing. I've been there, a salesperson. I've been there when you're ready to convert a lead into a sale, and things are slipping through your fingers. They're lost leads, right? You just want to move on to the next one, right? That's always the goal. You just want to move on to the next lead, forget about the old one. But what if there was an opportunity to recapture those leads into sales? Well, I'm going to teach you how, right? What if there was a way you could recapture those leads into sales? Number one, you got to know your opponent. So really important, if you want to convert those dead leads, those lost leads into sales, you better know who they are. And that's really important because a lot of times we go up to a fight and we don't properly know our customers. We're always behind. If you can always remember that, you're always behind. Your customer's already made decisions that have turned his mind to a different place. When he sent in that lead online, he's now looking at things elsewhere, right? He's now decided he wants to go with another product. He's now decided he wants to go with a competitor. You get to work in the morning. You get to look at that lead about 15, 20, 30, 45 minutes later to respond. You send an email, you call your customer back the next morning, and he's already decided something completely different. You're behind. If you go with the mindset that you're behind on a lead, you'll always say, okay, I got to know where they're at. I got to know if they're still interested. I got to know if they want my product anymore. I got to know if they chose a competitor. Problem is you're behind. That's why you lost a lead, is because you're sitting there watching the customer to make different decisions and you're not coming out in front of them, right? It's important to know that you're always behind the customer. You got to know your opponent. Are they still interested? Do they no longer want your product? Have they already chose a competitor? You really need to find out. It's one of those three things, right? So you need to find out where they're at in the process so you can be able to capture that lead. And once you figure out where they're at, you need to be able to recycle and retarget. This should be a game plan for you to do every morning and every afternoon. Hey, I'm going to recycle these leads. I'm going to go through my leads every morning. I'm going to say, okay, well, look at this one. Didn't contact me back. They're probably not interested. I need to figure out a way to recapture that lead. Or somebody who said they're no longer in the market. They bought it with a competitor. You got to know where they're at so you can almost retarget that lead. Recycle and retarget, right? I'm like you guys. I want to really spend my time and my money on things that I'm capable of accomplishing. And I know I say win every time, but you can win every time. You can close a lead every time. And if you're optimistic, if you're like me and you're coming from a place where I have to win, your lead conversion rate will be so much higher. Right? The problem is your conversion rate is so low because you're like, man, I'm only going to close 10 to 15% of these lost leads. No, you're not optimistic. That's why you're not going to close the deal. That's why you're going to let that one slip away. It's because you came in with the mindset of the 15, 10%. You're like the car salesman who says it's raining today, so he doesn't go out there and work. Right? It's what you've been told. Okay, you can close deals every single time, but you got to know your opponent. Are they still interested? Do they no longer want your product? Have they chosen a competitor? You're always coming from behind. You need to get in front of your client. And then you need to recycle and retarget. Most of us, when we're dealing with these dead leads and with these dead prospects, we waste time because we're fighting from the front. We're not actually knowing where the customer's at. Recycle. What are some ways we can recycle? Okay, go through your leads every morning. Find leads that you can say, okay, well, this customer's no longer interested. They're already with a competitor. I'm going to put them in my pipeline and I'm going to retarget them. I'm going to put a new ad, something fresh. The way I say it, it's the same candy bar, different wrapper. If you're sending the same email to customers, guys, you're sending the same. If you're calling with the same phone number, if you're calling with the same contact, guys, it's the 21st century. If you're not going online and finding them on Facebook, and I deal with it all the time. The same bogus statement. Oh man, I don't want to bother them. Then you're in the wrong space. Okay. To be a great salesperson, you can't be afraid to offend somebody. You can't be afraid to get in someone's space. You can't be afraid to get in someone's vacuum. You've got to be okay with offending people. You need to find them, find out where they are. Most of the time, we're afraid to get a hold of these clients. I want to ask you guys a question. When you lose a lead, when a lead goes out the window, what are some creative ways for you to get back with the client? For me, again, I'm going to retarget them. I'm going to put them on a piece of paper. I'm going to find little ways to get back with them. I'm going to send them a new email about maybe an opportunity, a new opportunity that's coming up. Maybe I'm going to retarget them with maybe trying to help them, give them some advice on how to save fuel. I'm going to give them some advice on where to go next. Or I'm going to keep up with my clients, right? If they have a new business and they built a new website, sending them an email saying, hey, look, I noticed you have a new website up. You're going to get a response almost every time, okay? It's about retargeting those dead leads. Most of the time we're sitting around doing nothing when we can work those dead leads, work those dead prospects, and turn them into sales. Another reason is you're not getting prospects early. This is huge. Okay, so know where your competitors are, know where they are, then retarget and recycle. Recycle means to pick up all those dead leads, shuffle through them, right, and then retarget. Really important. I saw a campaign earlier. They were about 30% more effective than a normal campaign and a normal sales if we continue to retarget them in a different way. Same candy bar, different wrapper. That's the best way I can think of it. Okay, you need to prospect your prospect. That sounds wild. I always tell my team that they need to prospect their prospect. While the customer's there, while the customer's not, if you have somebody there, you need to find a way to get new prospects from that client. Really important. So when a customer's right in front of you, you have the ability to be able to ask for more prospects. Hey, look, if I give you this information, I need 3 people that I can call. Huge. You need 3 people. You need to be able to add your customers on social media while they're there before they ever buy anything from you. If you know your opponent, if you know they're coming in and they're a little bit off base, they're probably not going to buy from you that day, then why are you not prospecting them? Why are you not getting something out of it? Okay? You need to be adding them on social media, getting in front of their 5,000 friends. You need to be getting in front of their people. You need to be asking them for referrals before they ever buy from you. Why? Because you have the information they want. They came to you for information. Why are you not extracting prospects? It doesn't make any sense. If you ever ask any of my team, I'm always saying get prospects before they buy. Always get prospects before they buy. Get numbers, information. You want to learn how to convert lost leads and lost sales into new opportunities. Why are you not prospecting your prospects? Huge. You're waiting until the deal is done to ever get new opportunities, and now you're way too late. The problem that we'll always find is that you're chasing customers. You're always chasing. You can never catch up, right? But while the customer's there and you're in front of them, prospect them. Get 2 or 3 people that you can call before they ever buy your product, before they ever leave and say, hey, look, I'm not interested. Now you have 3 to 4 people to call to be able to prospect. Man, show them, make sure you take pictures, take photography of how much fun you guys are having and show their referrals, what they came in for. It's crazy. Ready, set, go. So, number 1, know your opponent, right? Are they still interested? Do they no longer want your product? Have they already chosen a competitor? Know where they are so you can recycle and retarget. Okay, after you recycle, retarget, load up all those lost leads, you need to retarget, you need to come up with a new wrapper to send them, right? And always prospect your prospects. Man, it's simple. It really is. It's not overcomplicated. The numbers are staggering. You can convert lost leads, lost sales into sales every time. But you can't be behind your client. You got to be in front of them. All right. No, I'm sick of losing. I hate to lose. I hope you hate to lose. All right, guys. I'll see you guys in the morning. We're gonna do another video. It's gonna be a little bit shorter, a couple of minutes. I look forward to seeing you then.